This is by far the most intriguing piece of art that I have seen in quite some time. This is called The Soul Sitter by artist Willie Cole. And yeah, this is really a really nice sculpture. Made out of iron. Dope. Just had to get this. The Soul Sitter, Willie Cole. Greetings, good people. This your boy P9 coming at you with another video, and I am here in Midtown, Atlanta, Georgia. And as a man of my word, this is part 2 of the Atlanta vlog. So I'm gonna start this thing off right here in Midtown at the corner of Ponce de Leon and Peachtree Road. And as you can see across here is the Georgian Terrace Hotel. An old building right here. And right here is the historic Fox Theater. And Fox Theater is one of the centerpieces of Midtown. And it's one of the centerpieces of Midtown, and it's very historic. And I got you, bro. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, this is Fox Theater, as you can see. Now, the Fox Theater hosts mainly Broadway shows, you know, ballet shows, things of that nature, but they also occasionally host concerts. So anybody who's familiar with Atlanta has heard of Fox Theater. For those who don't know, Midtown, Atlanta is basically a part of Atlanta that's primarily residential and commercial. So what you'll see going down the main drag, which is where I'll primarily focus on today, Peachtree Road, you'll see a series of residential and commercial buildings, a lot of high rises. And there's also there's a few hotels as well, but a lot of residential areas in Midtown. There are some that are actually under construction right now. But the brother a few minutes ago just passed out a flyer. It's called I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Ake Cafe, but here you can see on the flyer they're having their grand opening pretty soon. And looks like from this image right here, it looks like they sell, looks like a parfait. So it looks like they probably sell like a variety of things. If it's a cafe, I'm pretty sure they sell coffee, maybe some croissants, and you know, a bunch of healthy items and things of that nature. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check it out. They have an Instagram page right here. I like supporting locally owned, small owned businesses. Another building under construction right over here. As I make my way underneath the construction tunnel. It's been such a long time since I've been to Midtown, but I do see a lot of new new buildings, new structures, a lot of new apartments, high rises. That's just something to expect every time you come to Atlanta, because it seems like it's a seemingly endless growing city. Like, it's constantly growing, constantly. So now we're getting towards the part of Midtown where there's going to be a lot of restaurants and bars. Just past the intersection of Peachtree and 5th Street. They also have what's called a Big Peach running company. They sell bikes and all type of exercising equipment. It is Wednesday afternoon, so it's relatively quiet. I mean, that's considering that it's Atlanta, you know. But I'm sure as the day goes on, it's going to pick up in terms of the amount of people that come and hang out down in Midtown. And see, there goes another building that's under construction. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's another residential building. Probably some condos or some apartments. There's another high rise right here. That's a high rise. And on the ground level, you have a series of stores and restaurants. So you're gonna see quite a few of those type of buildings in Midtown. So again, mainly what you're seeing now are just commercial and residential parts of Midtown. But later on, you're gonna see where it gets a little bit diverse as far as things to do in Midtown. There's gonna be museums and things of that nature a little further up. Cross over here. This is over here on 8th Street, Peachtree and 8th. Another residential building, 903 Peachtree, now leasing apartments. Let me go further down this way. And it goes an Irish pub called Fado's. As you can see, they're avid supporters of Atlanta United FC. So another thing I wanted to mention is that, you know, of course, downtown you're going to have a series of tall buildings, but it's like Midtown is almost like as if it's a city of its own, because they have a bunch of high rises and tall buildings as well. So it's almost as if Midtown is like a second downtown. And it's like that with Buckhead as well, which is further north of Atlanta. Right now I'm at the corner of Peachtree Street and Peachtree Place. Now, right here, you guys, this is the Margaret Mitchell House. This is the Margaret Mitchell House, and this is the home of Pulitzer Prize winning novel Gone with the Wind artist Margaret Mitchell. So Margaret Mitchell wrote Gone with the Wind. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys may have heard of that novel, but the artist who wrote that novel resided in this particular building, and they moved into this building. Margaret Mitchell and her husband John Marsh moved into this building in 1925, and it still stands today as a historical site, and essentially like I'm guessing it may even be a museum, I'm not sure, but there it still stands after all these years, completed in 1899. So that structure is now 125 years old. Exactly 125 years old. More construction over here. Based on like all the buildings and the constant construction that's going on in Atlanta, if I had to guess, I would have to say Atlanta, as far as the metro area, is at least in the top 10. It has to be the top 10 as far as largest metro areas in the states, because there's no way, I mean, you get all this traffic, it's a lot of traffic and constant construction going on. There's no way that it's not in the top 10 metro areas as far as population. And this building right here is the Atlanta Fed building, the Monetary Museum. So it's like the Federal Reserve Museum. Okay, Atlanta's hosting the Jazz Festival this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. They're gonna have it in Midtown. At the corner of Peachtree and 11th Street now. Go ahead and cross. Now in this particular part of Midtown, we're going to see some office buildings mixed with residential buildings. See, like right over here, right over. This is a residential building right here, 1010 Midtown. This right here is an office building. PwC, that's an office tower right here. You're gonna see a few of these in this particular area. We're actually coming up on Colony Square and approaching kind of like the Art Center district of Midtown. As we're going to see soon enough. Another office building right here. And on the ground level, you have the Ocean Air, fancy restaurant. More apartments over there. Another office building right here. What you see over here across the street, that's Colony Square. See over there, you'll see like a series of, it's like a combination of office building, residential, commercial, restaurants. So it makes it convenient, especially for the workers who work in these office buildings. They can just go over there to Colony Square, hang out, get some lunch, all that good stuff. It's really a lot to get into in Midtown. If you ask me, it's way more to do in Midtown than it is in downtown Atlanta. Excuse me. Midtown, there's a little bit of everything for different interests of people. A nice building. This might be an office building as well. I like the modern architecture of it, the sleek design. (1200) Peachtree Street. Check this out right here. Check this sculpture out. See, now we've just entered into the arts district of Midtown. So I'm a little bit further up north, the northern part of Midtown. So you're gonna see a lot of venues over here, a lot of venues that are designated for the performing arts, visual arts, the whole nine. Now this is the Woodruff Art Center right here. So it's a complex of different venues. So again, it's the Woodruff Art Center. So it's a complex that hosts the High Museum of Art, the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, and the Alliance Theater. This is the Alliance Theater and the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra right here. I'm gonna go over here to the front of this building. These tall buildings right here, these skyscrapers over here, and right over here you have this beautiful sculpture right in front of the Memorial Arts building. This is dope. This is dope. It looks like it's made out of metal or some form of steel or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But it's really nice. It's really nice. Well, this wraps up the Midtown section of this vlog. We're gonna check out more parts of the city, so stay tuned. Standing outside of Piedmont Park, getting ready to enter Piedmont Park, and over here, a couple of restaurants right outside the park on Piedmont Avenue. Now, Piedmont Park is also in Midtown, and it's one of the biggest like urban green spaces in the country. So it's a lot. It's a lot of acres of land as far as the amount of space that this park takes up in the city. up here. Go some more steps, y'all. It's like a little playground right here. So again, this park actually sits on 189 acres of land, and it was created in 1895. So we're talking late 19th century. So I read that historically Piedmont Park was actually one of the major stages for the Cotton States and International Exposition in 1895. So that was around the time that the Piedmont Park was actually established. And the Cotton States and International Expo was basically just an event where South American nations and southern states established a relationship as far as trading goods and things of that nature. So just to give a little background on Piedmont. They have a track over here. This is called the oval, literally because it's shaped like an oval. The track is landscaped and architected as an actual oval, and it's called the active oval to be exact. So I think the name pretty much speaks for itself. It's a track where you can remain active on. They have as you'll see right over here, let me go over here real quick. Yeah, they have like these there's like some monkey bars right here, but a lot of these pieces of equipment could be used for physical activity, working out, doing chin raises and all type of body weight exercises. But this track alone is just it's really huge. I mean, it's big. Let me keep walking down this way. What I like about green spaces like Piedmont Park is that, you know, even though it's right next to the hustle and bustle of Midtown Atlanta, I mean, you can come over here not too far away and experience tranquility and peace and quiet. I mean, it's right in the heart of Midtown. It's always good when you can go to one of these places in a major city and experience some quiet time and still have access to the city within arm's reach. So a little further down there, they have like a soccer field, and they also have a volleyball court. So there's plenty of space to come out here and engage in recreational activities. Oh, this is my first marker that I've encountered on this tour of Atlanta Part 2. And it's the Cotton States Exposition of 1895, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. Excuse me. So it was only 75,000 people in Atlanta in 1895. So at that time, it was relatively still a small city. They even have a marker of Booker T. Washington, former slave, principal of Tuskegee Institute, and author of Up From Slavery. I'm pretty sure many of us have read that book. I know I did back in high school. Yeah, Booker T. Washington. I also plan on going to Tuskegee within the next month or so. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going, but I'm gonna go down there and do a vlog as well. Here's a marker about race and reconciliation. And Booker T. Washington also delivered his famous Washington Atlanta Exposition address in 1895. And apparently it was a huge turnout of African Americans. Get a little closer. There goes the sculpture right here. Ceasefiring, peace is proclaimed. Very symbolic. So it's like you have the angel of peace ceasing fire of the violent soldier. This is the Peace Monument. I don't know what that is all over the sign. Right. goes an obelisk of Piedmont Park right here. It looks like a mini national monument, Washington monument. And before I leave, I wanted to get this of the last meter. So it's looks like 4 runners that partook in the Olympics. So they're 4 Olympic athletes. And it was sculpted by sculptor Eno in celebration of the 1996 Centennial Olympic athletes, gifted by A6 Power Bar. So there you go. We all know Atlanta is known for the 1996 Summer Olympics, being the host city. So there's going to be several monuments across the city. And as you saw in my last video at Centennial Olympic Park, that's like the epicenter of Centennial or Olympic history. It's 1996 Summer Olympic history right there at Centennial Olympic Park. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next destination in Atlanta. So till then, here in Little Five Points district of Atlanta, Little Five Points is located on the east side of the city. And right across the street over there is where it used to be a Zesto's ice cream place. Zesto's ice cream restaurant. But this is Little Five Points, located on Moreland Avenue. Check out that sculpture right there. That is really nice. It's like made out of a pressure cooker and it's like some tin cans. It's like a robot, a construction worker. And Little Five Points is an eclectic district where a lot of small businesses and a lot of young people, the hipsters, like to hang out here. Just a little alternative area outside of downtown. So it's a nice little hangout spot. A lot of nice little shops, locally owned businesses. See over here, you got criminal records. You have cultural accents, catalogs. So they have a lot of different places you can go. They also have a beer tap, porter bar. I remember hanging out at Little Five Points growing up. Every now and then I come out here.
Hey, what's happening? It's your man Big Ticket doing big things. Here with Amy with the right and the amazing people at 1-800-Truck.
Crystal Blue. Little shop you can go get your spiritual awakening type paraphernalia. was just going around getting different stuff.
YouTuber?
Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Yes, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's going on?
I just do go around and just get travel and do vlogs and post it to my channel, and you know.
And you're live right now?
It's just just do a little edit it, put it on Facebook later.
I was worried when it was pointing on me.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna edit it, right?
Yeah, definitely. I edit it, so you know it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, so anything that you're trying to like promote or anything like that, you know, I put it on the channel as well. You know,
right.
I just started a channel, so I got a really small audience right now, but I'm trying to build. It's gonna grow, yeah.
I'm speaking it into being for you.
I really appreciate that.
I'm a canvasser, but I don't want my
okay,
because it's not my personal thing. I
right.
work for the organization.
I understand.
I don't know if they would want, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All publications they do it.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know if they would want me to do it. You know, sometimes they. Say, okay, you know, you're doing the wrong way. This is the way we would have done it, and you know.
Okay.
You know, you think you're doing good sometimes, and you get penalized.
Right. That's understood. Understood. Understood.
We're out here trying to get donations.
Okay.
Yes. So if you feel like you can become a member by donating, we're responsible for planting the trees.
Okay.
Yes, and we are passionate about the air that we breathe. So we're trying to plant more trees. To filter the air that we breathe and also protect the other trees, that they don't cut them down to build malls. So we buy the lands in order to protect those trees. So that's why we have to get donations.
Gotta say
money.
Absolutely. Definitely want to preserve nature, you know, because
definitely, because it's our home.
Yeah, definitely.
We only have one home right now.
We only have one home.
Yeah. I would love if you can become a member though. That would be awesome.
Okay. Is there a way I can sign up online or something?
Well, the only online thing I could do is send the form to your phone. But you still would have to complete the credit card part on spot.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only thing, when you go online, you can read up the information. But to do the physical sign up, you do it here with any of the canvassers.
It's all type of really cool stores out here. T-shirt stores. Wax and Facts. I think that's a record store. Wait till you guys get a load of this. This right here is called the Vortex Bar and Grill. This has always been notable because of the picture, the picture of the skull, of the mouth, and the mouth is the entrance. So that's pretty cool. I remember this part over here because this the part, this is another part of the little 5 Points that we would hang out. And then, you know, we would see, we also had people come out here and skateboard. Savage Pizza. That's the name of this place right here. Savage Pizza. Nice little locally owned spot right here, little 5 Points. So if you're ever visiting Atlanta, you definitely need to come check out Little 5 Points area. I mean, it's really good for all ages, but if you're like a young adult, primarily between the ages of 18 and probably like in your early 30s, it's definitely a good hangout spot. I mean, they got a little bit of everything as far as shops and restaurants, I think, to fulfill anybody's interest. So the easiest way to get to Little 5 Points is off of I-20, and you get off at Moreland Avenue exit, and it's a straight shot from there. It's right on Moreland Avenue. Little 5 Points even has its own post office with this mural on the side. Welcome to Little 5 Points. I'm here at Freedom Park, and on the grounds of Freedom Park is the Carter Presidential Center. So I'm at the entrance of that, and there's a trail that leads through Freedom Park, and this happens to be on the trail. So again, this is the Jimmy Carter Center, Presidential Center. Now, Jimmy Carter was born and raised in Georgia, and he was the 39th president of the US from 1977 to 1981. And he's also the oldest former president, like, you know, that's still living. So he's 99 years old, couple of months away from his 100th year old birthday. So that's Jimmy Carter, and this is the Presidential Center. And right here is a circle with a garden right here, and there's the US flag, and surrounding all of this are what looks like flags from each of the 50 states. So that's nice how that's landscaped. This is the first time I've actually ever been to the Carter Center. This was actually constructed between 1984 and 1986. So it's been about 40 years since it's been up. So, and they maintained it very well over the years. Look at these gardens. So it's a library and a museum. Okay. And there goes the rectangular shaped pool that sits right in front of the entrance to the Presidential Center. Here goes the bust of Jimmy Carter right here. Oh, and also Jimmy Carter was a Nobel Peace Prize winner. And there goes a heat lamp right here. A gas lamp rather. Has the flame lit right there. So occasionally they'll have events here at the Carter Center. As of now though, of course, it's nothing going on. But they do have benches that sit out here in the garden as well. So it's also a place where you can come and relax and listen to the water flowing in the pool. Beautiful vegetation. As I mentioned before, Atlanta is a city full of lush green trees. It's an overabundance of trees in the city of Atlanta. So there definitely shouldn't be an oxygen shortage here. So this was also the site of the Battle of Atlanta, where William Sherman, the same guy who burned down the city of Atlanta, this is where he set up headquarters for his post for the Confederate Army. here come a marker right here for the battles for Atlanta. So this gives you a glimpse of the history that took place at this very site during the Civil War. So the Confederate Army struggled for control of Atlanta, the major manufacturing center and railroad hub of the Deep South. Yeah, so Atlanta was very, very important, like as far as a place of transportation, because it was a railroad hub. So during that time, during the Civil War, a lot of armies and whatnot fought over control of certain cities in order to have an advantage as far as transportation, commerce, all that type of stuff. So I'm exiting the grounds of the Carter Presidential Center. I'm getting ready to go onto the trail now. Not sure what this sculpture is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Pretty interesting. Looks like a house made out of straw. Or it might be logs though. I'm not sure. Maybe just a replica of a log built structure. But yeah, I'm on Freedom Parkway Trail. So it's a biking trail as well as a walking trail. So I'm getting my exercise for the day. Rest assured, I'm gonna get some good sleep. This is called the Spark. This particular sculpture is called the Spark by Phil Proctor. Standing outside this Ponce City Market, and this was at once upon a time a Sears store, a Sears retail store. As you can see right there, it says Sears, Roebuck and Company. So this is an old historic building, but ever since then it has been converted into a city market. That being said, this concludes my Atlanta vlog video part 2. There may be a part 3. If there is, I will let you guys know at a later date. Until then, peace, and thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.